Nice. Alright, I'm playing a really good pot here. Off rip. I was trying to get things set up, and all of a sudden we started playing this 260 blind pot. And it was like, oh, here we go. Holy cow. Oh, that could be a king. It's king or a queen. Goodness gracious, that would have been a start. Oh my goodness gracious, that would have not been fun. Alright, feels good. We got a stack under our belt there. Nice stuff. Okay, let me just sort things out while you guys. Oh, great. Yeah. Just put Google Chrome in the way of everything. Good job, David. All right. Yeah. Sorted. Okay. Open the YouTube up. You guys will see everything in just 1 second. I have to set things up live. I mean, nobody's going to be here right away anyway, so it's fine. We'll go here. So it's not the end of the world that I set things up. Can I overbet here? Probably not versus a recreational. It's P60. It's like the overbet here is some frequency versus the regs. You get like folds from 10x and stuff. Against recreationals, it's tough to believe you get folds here. And on this run, we're just gonna have to check fold, I think. It's really nitty, but I'm not really sure what else you're gonna do against somebody playing 45% of hands. Yeah, it's fine. I'm totally fine. Totally fine with that. Just want to get this sorted. It's all sorted. Just wanted to get this get up and running. Whoa. What in the world? Get this up and running. Put this here. Boop. Okay. Is everything running now? Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. Oh, my fifth webcam. Ah. Okay, now we're good to go, right? Everything is up and running. Ooh. No. What's that again? Holy cow. Yeah. Just to the light. There we go. Jeez Louise. That was a cat in the way. Yeah. Fantastic news. Over here we are flipping. This guy called 3-bet king deuce suited and just open shipped. And he had like 10 bigs, so we'll just get this in here and live with the outcome. We won the first one, so that's always good. Good job. Just jams kind of ridiculous, but it's fine. Calling the 3-bet there is not the end of the world. Not obviously great, but it's not the end of the world. Olaf, you are currently, this might be a surprise to you, but you might currently be in the way. Now, I know you don't care, but you are in the way. It's quite problematic, actually. Okay, let's switch up to here. Okay, make sure we're joining some new tables here. See if I can fill out these aligned alignments. What is the word? I don't even know. Okay, make sure mic's here set up. Just bang the mic really quick. Make sure everything's set up before everyone gets here. Might as well do it now, right? Okay, good to go. Tables are running. Good to go. Just gotta put this up in a couple seconds when things are running. Okay, there you go. You finally sat down. There we go. We're opening queen 9 off on the button here. Just quickly take this down. Just waiting for a couple more tables to open so we have a little bit more action so things play a little bit faster. But until then, we'll be okay. No, I do not want to change the thumbnail. Could you not do that? Yeah. Get me out. I need the link, please. So that I may pin a comment like a good person. There we go. Fantastic. Holy cow. Oh, that could be a king. King or a queen? Goodness gracious, that would have been a start. Oh my goodness gracious, that would not been. That would have not. Come down here to this, pin this. Okay. I'm hearing myself back on my own ears, so she slowly. Can we not do that? Thank you. Holy. Okay. Everything's good to go. Everything's set up. We are over here. Okay. When we're over here, we'll be opening this on the button if given the opportunity, unless this young man gets in the way. I feel like my microphone's kind of like far away from where I want it, so let's see if I can like hear. But it sounds like I'm in a tunnel. All right, here we go. Now we're not like 8 kilometers away. It feels like I'm yelling into the abyss. So, okay, cat, let's turn the heating pad on so you stop yelling at me. There, everything good? Yep, everything's good. All right. Okay. We are opening King 10 suited under the gun here. Getting a flat from a recreational, presumably. I wonder what this range looks like for recreationals. With a spade here, we could barrel sometimes. But I think with the recreational behind, he's going to have a lot of this, and we have a lot of turns that we can play, so. No check. This is a call. We have a gutter 2 over. Blah, 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 blah. We have backdoor, queen jack, straight draws. Obviously, spade on this board to make this decision a little bit easier. Because we don't have backdoor flushes. Now, can I just get out of the way for a half pot call? Like, how set? There's only 3 sevens that are clean in the deck, and he goes, yeah, I'm just getting out of the way. Like, this turn is good in a vacuum, but like now we lose the queen jack, lose the 7x, we lose the 9-10, 8-10. Big blind call here. Like, I think it becomes really difficult to start playing the spot post. So, maybe a little bit nitty of a fold, but I think multi when he goes half pot call, I think we are, in general, not in a good spot. And then, like, when we face this P75 on river, that would have been, like, we have top, and we don't feel great, so. I think it's okay. Over here, we have sevens. We will be opening this up if given the opportunity. Here, we ISO jack and suited versus recreational open limp under the gun. Or, I guess, presumed recreational. I'm not sure how many regs are limping. Need to open one more table so that I can fill out the graphic. Could we? Nope. Nope, I bought every single table. Games are kind of slow, huh? Shoot. Where am I here? We're going here, okay. This will be a check back board. You can see about this a lot. It favors big blind flat range a little bit, but the king X is obviously better for our range than this for theirs. Repay king, we are going to call here. You could have so many bluffs here. You get a 5, 6, 6, 7, clubs, diamonds, just random nonsense too here. So, call. A lot of bluffs get there. 5, 6. I guess we just get a check here for free. That's kind of exciting. We might win sometimes. Yeah. I'm totally fine with the turn call. This lead is interesting. I don't really think we get this hand to fold because we have less king combos, so you call flop and turn, and then river becomes a really tough spot for me to be like, oh yeah, I should start blasting this completely unknown player here, right? Over here, we could 4-bet sometimes. Versus an unknown player I don't think I've ever played against. I think I'm supposed to jam now. I don't. Unknown player I've never played. How many hands have I played with this guy? 4? I think I'm just gonna ship it. With this flat here, this should be dead money. Hopefully he has like jacks and tens and stuff. I'm not sure about this play. Obviously, if ace king or queens plus, it looks really bad, but he does for damn. Damn, unlucky. Okay, it's an unknown player I've never seen before on tables, and since I play in a geofence pool, generally when you see people, you see them often. So with this is gonna be unfortunate, but heart, spade, ace or spade. Yeah, I don't hate the play. I just don't know the player. I'm not entirely sure like what we're gonna like playing this multi-way with this guy. If this guy flats here, we just don't lose a stack. I mean, if this guy doesn't flat randomly off 40 bigs, but with his extra dead money in there, I think we can jam and maybe get folds from like jacks and tens and just be really happy we got flips to fold, and then go 30% there sometimes. So would have been nice to get the job back, just split up that guy's money, but we're okay. Just add that one to the EV line and be fine. Over here, opening ace jack offsuit from the cutoff. Well, I have way too many tables open. What to fix that in a second. tables want to go? I don't entirely know yet. We will see. Small blind, big blind, flat. This board is fine, but we have the ace of hearts, so we'll check back this time. Probably gonna want to barrel this. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna away. I was gonna say probably just want to barrel this turn, but when he goes P75 multi-way, it's just exploitively. We're gonna get out of the way. 7-5 off here, fold. Down here we have the down here, just 3-betting. We would 4-bet. This guy is button pressing, but this is not really a spot I think we want to attack. I really need to fix tables here. Here we go. Over here, just flatting nines. Feels a good spot to take advantage of this. Okay, I need to put my excess tables here. Excess tables here. Check back the nines. Not really too adventurous of a spot. Don't really need to get super out of line here. I'm gonna check back the threes. Why did I say 9? For some reason I thought. Funny spot. Up here we've opened queens and it went call and the board is ace king 10. That's not great. If anybody's never played poker before, this would be considered below average flop. We are going to check again. Like, what else am I going to do in this spot? Really nothing interesting, honestly. I don't even think we can call here. Nitty stats. Yeah. We're drawing the what? 6 outs? No, I know it's not like exciting to fold there, but it's really difficult for me to just sit up here and be like, oh yeah, this is the right play. Like, I don't think that's true in the slightest. Where are we having a hand that is going to be of any interest? Look at all these 5-3 offsuits I have. Well, what am I supposed to do with 5-3 offsuit in this spot? Okay, here we go. King check off, we open the button. It's pretty pure. It's a pure open. I know everyone's shocked by this pure open here, but that is what this is. Fold, 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 fold. They're folding everywhere all the time. A fold, a fold, a fold. Over here, we're going to squeeze the queen jack suited. Getting called here is very strange. I want to size down actually a little bit. I'm going to want to barrel turn here as well. And if he calls, he has a lot of ace-x, and we're not going to get ace-x to fold, so we probably have to shut down river, which is really bad. Oh, wow. This river we jam, though. He could have ace-queen, ace-king, ace-9. I guess the stuff we're trying to jam versus. Obviously, just as well could have ace-jack, ace-10. And this river is going to be costly, but this is a clear jam. Open, this table got in the way. Oh, and he just folded. Nice. I really didn't expect a triple barrel to get through there. Really expect him to be really high up in range. Like, ace-x that's really heavy there. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. What tables don't I need and what tables do I want? Let's figure that out. Stat. Okay, so I want this table. Yep. This table, yep. This table, yep. Okay, where is this table located? I need to get rid of this table. That'll help. Silver 8. Okay, okay, okay. Silver 8 is gone. Whenever I find silver 8, we're moving it. Some of the tables get stacked up in like absolute nonsense because of the way the software works. Like, it overstacks and overfills. Okay, I found silver 8. Silver 8's gone. This will help reorganize stuff really quick. Okay, I want this table. I want this table. Don't want that table. Okay, I want to get rid of bronze 8. So I know you guys are missing a bunch of stuff, and it's just me clamoring on, but I had a fixed table. We are all over the place. Where in the world is bronze 8 located? Anybody, anywhere? have any sort of information that could help a man out. Bronze 8 over here. Holy cow. Too many tables. Because I try to get tables open so that, like, action isn't super boring. But we're in a really tough spot. Is it this table? What a cooler. Unlucky we just didn't get a stack here. River's terrible. Oh well. River is terrible. Okay, I need to see. Is there one more table that could go? I would believe so. Yes, I do not care for the table that is called Bronze 1. Bronze 1, where are you? Show yourself. Bronze 6, Bronze 1. Okay. Now that's cleaned up. Nobody has to worry about me yapping about nonsense. We got tables cleaned up. Everything's not a disaster mess, so. Yeah. This is good news. Okay, let's go over to hands that actually mean something. We are three betting. We are c-betting the jacks here on 10-5 deuce. I'm just gonna bet again. Make the spot kind of simple for us. We don't need to overinflate here. River's gonna be a lot of checkbacks. If we get check raise here, we'll just snap fold. I don't really think there's ever bluffs in this line from my opponent. Now we even lose to ace-x. Bummer. Yeah, I think we just lose. I'll just fold. Because it's like super face up. Like I have ace-x. I'm trying to block bet. I don't want to get raised. So just don't need to overcomplicate this spot. Obviously disappointed, but not tremendously worried about like EV loss in this spot. Like obviously you can get bluff here a lot. I just don't think it's happening in my pool. People are finding bluffs in this exact node and stuff, right? So P60 this is good board for us. Cabin tables I have open. I have 11 open now. Okay, so here we go. I finally have 10 open. 10 of the tables that we are looking for. So that it is not cluttering up game space. And it's not an absolute disaster. Okay. King 10 offsuit. We are going to defend. Defend. We 3-bet sometimes. I don't really need to get super out of line versus perceived wreck. I think just the good plays are the good plays for a reason. You could bet here. Not really like we're trying to protect too much stuff, and we don't really get called by much worse, so we'll just check back and play turns. Now we're gonna big bet. You would assume double check here isn't a lot of ace-x. Obviously it's king jack and stuff, but we do want to get value at some point in this hand. Kind of have the worst king that I'm gonna have here. Do you get called by 9x here? Maybe. I'm gonna try it. This might be a little much. I just check back 8 and make chip. Oh. Okay, you should label this man as a nit, I guess. Cool. Just write that down and move on. Over here, we're playing a really interesting spot where we're flopping a check jack. He barreled, and then literally everything missed. We have top 2. I'm just trying to figure out if this is ever a jam. I think it is. We should get called by worst jack. We should get called by ace jack, king jack, queen jack. We beat those hands. Obviously, if it's a full house, he has a full house. Really shouldn't have any deuce-x combos. So this is going to be a jam for value. Long tank's good. Indicative that maybe just has some jack X. If he has queens or something, I should have been called by now. Like we lose the queens and stuff, right? But I wasn't really sure how much queens plus he had off the stack. We're really hyper targeting his jack X. It's obviously a little bit loose because like you lose the queens plus and you block jack X combos. But my initial reading is that the young man did not have such hand based on the sizing and the how fast and how slow he was betting. It's like Timing Tells kind of told me this information. But you can be wrong. Like I was wrong earlier. I believe the young man didn't have trips. And he did. He just checked back his ace-ec, right? Like some people take nadir lines because they're worried. Worried they haven't developed that sense in their game. They don't know exactly where they are in spots, so they just take check lines because they don't know how to play some of these spots, right? So it's like swear again, I'm like some shit on an rag, and I'm talking like, oh yeah, look at these people don't know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm the best. Like, no. I mean, just as like when you play against recreationals, they can just these small things appear, right? Where like they don't recognize these mistakes of like less aggression and missed aggression spots. Is that how you should quantify that? We are going to squeeze over here the ace king suited, and we're opening the ace king. I mean, yeah, the ace king offsuit. We just squeeze and then bet, call, squeeze, and then we just open that ace king off on the other table right here. Versus a reg, we are obviously going to 4-bet this hand. What size do I want to 4-bet? This is probably big enough. Trying to determine if we want it any bigger because we're so deep, but this will do. If we get 5-bet, I'll just get out of the way. 5-bet bluffs are so far and few between that like we'll just lose our 28 bigs here and move on. I you know, even regs or like, you know, you have respect for it, like it does need to be taken into consideration that we are playing in a 100 NL pool. So when you're 5-betting 200 big blinds deep, you know, am I really playing against Phil Ivey here or does this guy have aces? You know, I swing the sixes versus an open limp on the button. Board's good. Board's good for range. This is just a P60, try to fold it as ace highs and stuff. Cool. Down here, we have ace-6 suited on this board. This is so much better for button, but I think we have to check raise. Because I still have queen 9, I still have fours, I still have jack 10, I still have all these really good hands. So up here we have aces. Oh, I almost 3-bet way too large. 3-bet like this. Honestly, against this player, I don't even believe. Range is going to want a P60 on this board, and we're going to P60 with this hand versus the station. If he has a queen, we're just looking to triple barrel and smash the money in. I think on bricks, I'm going to P40 if he calls. I don't want to scare off too much of his range. Repeat queens will fold. Will fold? No, repeat. We'll check on repeat queens. Repeat 7, we would have P40'd. And then we would have just blasted river. Where do we get a hand? Is this guy a fish? Can I call? This guy is fish. Can I call? No, fish tag. Oh, missed our set. Wow, I went so bad. Unlucky. No, just kidding. Would have been nice though to just make a set versus recreational here. Imagine we have sixes and then boom, we just get a stack. Exhilarating. I'm kind of waiting to fold. Yeah. Where's this? Down here we 3-bet ace king off versus a 50 big blind stack. I mean, you really shouldn't have 3, 4, 8x a lot. So when he barrels here. Oh, this sucks. Now I'm going to turn my hand into a bluff. I was saying when he barrels here, I was going to check jam. I just didn't think he had a lot of that range. Here we got the fold. We're going to open over here. Oop. Open over here. And I got to open ace queen off over here. Oh my goodness, we have so many hands. And I'm 3-betting queen jack suited over here. And on the table, you can't currently see on the replayer, I'm jamming bottom set on a disconnected board. Can I show this? Here. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how. What did we lose? 6-4 we lose to? The river 10s, maybe? All right. Wow. Gross. What a cooler. Not much else you can do there. Set over set. There's like merit to call, but also we really don't lose too much. So I'm gonna show you call a set there and you live with yourself. So cool. Just get out of there. Yeah, action mode. action was limp, ISO, C bet when we made a set. He binked the turn, we just bet, and then we bet he raised, and then we just rejammed our set. Like there's argument you can flat. I just don't think it's all that great. I think there's merit in blasting a little bit. I feel like you leave so much money on the table if you don't jam there. Like he's obviously gonna have fives and nines and stuff. I just don't know how much 6-4 is in range. So like you lose to like 4 combos, and you get value from so many other combos. So it's like when you run into it, you run into it, and you move on, right? Not the most exciting analysis. Yeah, isn't that true, Cat? Isn't the most exciting analysis, but it's kind of the truth of the matter. Like, what else are you gonna do, right? Let's move this replayer table down. I have a table sitting at like a replayer slot because I always want to have like when tables shift and when tables close, I want to be able to replace the action. But it becomes a little bit awkward because there's always one table off screen you guys can't see. But it's just so I can load an extra one. So I'm like, there's 9 tables you can see, and well, like as you can see that we can go to the replayer, but like if you look, it's always cut off because I can't perfectly line it up. No, actually, I might just go to the replayer hand whenever they have hands on the other spots. And we flop trip, so you guys will just watch this from like a little bit of a funny angle and be like, yo, what's this guy doing? No. Alright, talk all that talking about that nonsense and just gonna see before. Where are we gonna go next? Nowhere? Still don't have a hand. How do I have 9 cash tables and nothing to talk about? Oh, here we go. Okay. King Queen Suited, baby! Probably just have to run this for 20 bigs if we get jammed on. Let's hope he has worse sometimes. Like range wants to P60, but this guy's so short that I think I want a P40. And we block like the goods. P10's not great, but we're just gonna P40 and get it in on river and hope it's not like an ace jack river. That would make it really hard to try to get it in here. Lead jam, we'll have to fold. What a dumb river. It's literally like 8 rivers that I wasn't gonna be happy with and just get smacked with one of them. The discipline plays to fold here. Don't know where bluffs come from when you call 2 streets. Ah, well. We'll make the right play. We'll make the discipline play. Over here's an interesting hand. I think we're just going to check back here. Somehow it's... I think we're just going to chop a lot with somebody. And the other guy's going to have some nonsense, I think. Oh, wow, we win. Ooh, diamond would have... Diamond would have been stacks. Yeah, we played this hand really well. I mean, we just barreled, and we got call. And I don't think you could, like... Because you're chopping, right? Like, best case, you're chopping. So, like, I don't think you get called by worse. So... Over here, we... What the hell? How the... What? Over here, we 3-bet kings. Can I move this down a little bit? So I can move this down a little bit. Yeah, how's that look? That's better, right? Yeah. It looks worse for me, but who cares what it looks like for me? I 3-bet under the gun, and this guy flatted. So we're going to go small. Want him to continue with a wide range here. Unfortunate. I don't really know. I maybe misclicked. I don't even know how he was in this hand. So we'll switch over. Over here, we're in an interesting spot. Oof. I mean, you really shouldn't have 3x, but like, okay, so I defended big blind. He bet, and then overbet river. I don't really have good blockers. Like, if I had a single spade here, it makes more sense to call, right? Triple barrel bluff. Yeah, no. Triple barrel overbet bluff. I don't believe that's happening too often. Like, yeah, Just the fact that he showed me that king kind of indicates that he had the nuts. I know, like, people try to play like mind games and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, I was bluffing with the king of spades here. I just don't believe in reality people are finding that play very often. If he did, good for him. It's just tough for me to believe you that people are finding 60-60 or like 60 bigger over bet river. Like, I can very easily have very good hands there. So over here we have jack eight suited. Have an open ender. Probably just rerunning this a lot. I think it's lots of turns. Actually, I think I can overbet, which is really interesting. I'm not entirely sure pool's going to respond appropriately to overbets in that spot, so I think we get to pick up equity and discover some really interesting different equities. And like a lot of the time, people are going to overfold, so we can just bluff there a lot and stuff, right? What is going on? Someone is blowing on my screen with emails. Why are we doing this? Holy cow. Relax for a second, please. Okay, I want to add this extra table. Just put it over here for the time being. We are opening sevens over here. Keep getting caught off flatted. Like, are my opens not being respected? What is this nonsense? Probably just like fish overplaying rage and they don't want to 3-bet, but could I get some respect? You know? Like I don't open just 2 Pokemon cards here. There's a P60. Gonna fold out ace highs and stuff that have equities and just value bet too, so. Where's the next hand of any interest? Nowhere to be found. Down here is interesting, I guess. We raise and this guy just flatted. We're just gonna P60. Range wants P60 here. It's pretty dry board. Get a fold, that's good. I have like 8 other hands I have to open. Uh-oh, please stop yelling at me. The replayer hand is interesting, so we'll hop over there. Hop over there. I think this is just a value bet. It went check on turn when I was coming over here to show everyone. So there's value bet, and we'll make a decision. Cool, looks like we should just win. Yeah, fantastic. Over here, when this guy 3-bet, I called on ace 8, 10. We switched to the heart on this board, but we're just going to check. I don't really know why he checks ace X here, but it's a mandatory call, but I don't love it. I mean, like, I block queen jack, obviously, but it's always just... You know what a bluff flush draws on the flop? It's probably just a lot of, oh, I have ace X, I don't know what to do, check. On flop. Like, this is a 3-bet pot from Hoffman's Young Man 3-bet. He's not 3-betting an exuberant amount where I'm like, oh yeah, we need to overcall range here. We have ace X ourselves there a lot. I don't think I need to overinflate that spot, so we'll let it go. And also, like, just a rule of thumb, when recreational's pot, it's value. And when they half pot, it's bluffs. Like, they don't seem to balance ranges very well in terms of sizings. So you don't need to overcall these pot spots. I think 3-bet. How often does man 3-bet? Not here's opposite. Some people would say, now I don't know these people, but they would say this board is very bad. Okay, I'm gonna quarter because that's what I would do here normally. Re-raise makes it a really easy fold. I will bail return if he calls. Maybe I'll check back. So here's ace jack, ace 10. We can play rivers pretty easily. This allows us to see all 3 streets for 4 bigs, so. Repeat 4. Spade X missed. He would have to turn like ace jack, ace 10 into a bluff. He'd have to turn sevens into a bluff. does he just have King X here and he's like whopping it up? Yeah, so he didn't turn Ace Jack into a bluff. That is exactly the hand we were thinking. Like if we were gonna call a big bet over here, by the way, we've 3-bet on 10-8-4, and this young man has led into us. We're gonna call. If the turn bricks, we're all in. I don't know how else to play this spot. We're probably not in good shape though. Honestly, if this guy behind me rejams, I just get out of the way. I'm gonna fold. We'll fold the jam. Check. Wow. Do I ever need to turn my hand into a bluff? I don't think so. King is so bad because like even his bluffing range has now just picked up equity. I don't think it's gonna fold. Like let's say an ace king here or something, right? So we'll check, I guess. River's fine. So, wait a minute. So pre-flop, you call a huge squeeze. Then you lead this board. And then you check when you make your hand. And why wouldn't you put me all in? So you check when you make your flush, when you randomly lead here. Most likely, this doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna station off 60 bigs. I do think this guy fish tagged. So like, why would you lead diamonds into me though? I feel like you just lead nonsense here, don't you? And if you led, let's say you led ace 10, you wouldn't jam this river now. All right. Just lead top pair flush draw. I don't know, and then just check turn. It's good check turn, and you got paid for it, but yeah, just do ridiculous stuff, right? Probably just have to lay that one down. I don't know. I gotta look cute, I guess. This line doesn't make any sense. But you have to, because like there's a lead again. It doesn't make any sense. So you start to understand why I made the call. Like he just be leading absolute nonsense. What a wild spot. Up here, this guy gave me 7 billion to 1 to make this call. And we worked pretty hard. Yeah. Once again, I'm so used to playing higher stakes that I'm giving too much respect to players to be bluffing. You just have to fold all these bluff catchers. Just have to. There's so much money to be made in just not making these calls. People aren't good enough to be bluffing these spots. I know better, but I don't know. This line doesn't make any sense. So that speaks to the logic of why I made the call. It's like I don't know, but anyone dad to figure out maybe his leads are just value, and he doesn't want me to check back. Like that could very well could be the case, right? Over here we've 3-bet and it went call. So we're just gonna quarter. What is quarter? 8, 16, 25. Oh. I was gonna say we're dead, but that turn is maybe undead. Or actually maybe I just got stacked on this turn. Like a third probably, right? Don't want unfolding Queen X. We lose to 6-7 or something, I'll be upset, but we're just gonna go for it here. Don't think there's anything we're gonna do here with 2-pair. He could have ace king, ace jack, could have ace 4, ace 3, I guess. And also could have ace queen 5s stuff. So if he has deuce X, boy, that would kind of send me off the moon, but not getting snapped is really good. Means you have the best hand. Wonder if we're gonna call now though. Yeah. Alright, really good turn there. I mean, ridiculous we went 75 ways here anyway, but just would have been printing. I just didn't try to bluff catch. If I never bluff catch again, it'll be fine. Ugh. Play higher stakes. People like bluffing some of these spots, and then you you under adjust when you're moving back down stakes, like when I come in here playing stream. Because when I play 200, I play like 4 tables. So you stake it to the point where like I'm not playing enough tables or stream. Like if I'm playing 4, like sometimes it's like there's nothing to talk about in hand, and I'm playing 9, right, or even 10 with the replacement table. So that's 6 more tables, and we're not getting action sim spots. It's kind of ridiculous. Down here, we are going to defend Queen 9 suited. Good flop, actually. I don't know what we're going to do on the... What is up with these people just leading all the time? This is obviously flat. But I guess there's so many turns that just deny action. So do I just not worry about the guy who's under the gun and just try to... Yeah. Just not going to worry about the guy under the gun. I'm going to try to punish this. I think he has a lot of like equity-driven stuff that we just don't want to let him seed stuff for free. I don't want him to dictate the pace here, pretty much. This also looks like more like I have a draw as well. Fortunate that he folds, but like, there's so many action killers, right? So like when he has like king queen and stuff, we don't want him to just get through for free. So it's a little like obviously out of line because we're raising the end of the gun guy as well, but I just can't let this small blind lead just garner him free equity in the spot. I need to make it bigger. I need to charge him. Over here. Ooh, over here putting king queen suited. Under Dagon. People are playing slow. 10 deuce deuce. You would assume favors me. We'll call him when he barrels here. Repeat deuce is bad because his flattening range is a lot of like bad pairs. Where's the check? I don't think people fold ace X here. We'd have to double barrel ace X, and then like he has probably more pairs than he has ace X in range here. Given that ace queen, ace king, ace jack probably should all 3-bet. Most likely hand is what, 5s? You probably can't. I'm not gonna try to get someone to fold a full house, I think. Oh wow. He's I mean, Reed was wrong, but this guy's playing bad poker in the world. We've 3-bet. We've 3-bet and c-bet, and then we checked. What do we get called by? King jack should have barreled. Ace queen, ace 10. Let's actually go for 10, try to induce. See if we can get an induce here. Nah. Ah, okay. That's fine too. Wouldn't have got calls from bigger sizes anyway. Not entirely sure how you just don't get the money in there when you have queen jack suited. You turn the pair, I barreled. Just smash it in there. I don't. Then you don't even run into the hand. Yeah, well, you can't get. Yeah, well, you don't even need to get there. If you just jam, like, what are you complaining about? I really don't know why you would do that. We're gonna ISO this under the gun lid. This guy's not playing a massive amount of hands, so like this ISO is not gonna work very often, but he is ISOing. He is lipping under the gun, so we're just gonna relentlessly blast. Over here we have flop to set, and we've been called by a 44 VPIP. With a P90, we're losing a 9-10 anyway, so just keep her on barreling. Unfortunately, we gotta fold. Whatever. Like, there's so much stuff you can call with here that like just a big size is the way to go. I like it's not like his 6x is gonna be indifferent to size anyway. He's gonna want to fold regardless when we barrel turn. So where do we have a hand? Not here. Here. Cool. 9s are good to go. Wait, turn camera off accident. Me, I'm a genius. Let me go turn it on. Boop. Then 3-bet. Looks like a needier player. I don't want to press the fold button, but I'll do the right thing and press the call button. But yeah. Check. Obviously call flop. It's not a very difficult spot here on flop. Turns become kind of want to fold P75. Is this a recreational? Right, how many hands have I played this guy? It's a recreational P75 3-bet pot. It's all yours. On the replay table, pop over here. We have 4-bet, and the board is queen, jack, jack, with aces. Could you check? So, I mean, honestly, the hands for those two queens and jacks are one combo. And if we hit an ace, we hit a baby jackpot, so that river doesn't. Oh, it does matter actually. Ace king now beats us. Wow, that would actually really upset me. Just some nonsense playing ace nine. Doesn't bluff on the diamond where like you have the blocker. That was poor from our opponent there. Holy. Also I 4-bet, and this guy just said ace nine off. Get me in there. This guy, he knows what he's doing. I'm a no plan. Alright. Down here, we're in the big blind. Somehow the small blinds led into us, and we flushed top plus pair. So, if anybody else has some sophisticated strategy they want to play here, let me know. Like, okay. You just leading to 2 pair here, like, would have been cool to see, but whatever. You check off suit to open under the gun here. And then we're isoing here. Somehow been called by the small stack, so we block all the queen X, like the king, queen, and queen jack here a lot. Can I get him to fold what? Ace highs. He's gonna have queen X here a lot. He should fold 6X. Am I gonna go for it versus? No, I'm not gonna go for it versus 70% B fish. Snap check indicates not much strength. Didn't like the 4. Probably doesn't have much queen X. Now I'm gonna go for it. I think timing tells the reason I'm going for this play. I don't think it's actually good. Nice. Timing tell versus fish there. The snap check gave me the liberty to believe that I think best hands are ace highs, and I think we can get those to fold. Or he has like a 6, but I'm not really sure. It's a really tough call to make with 6 there. So 3-bet here. Get let into a fold. I don't know. Like, I have a billion better hands, and at least A7 of diamonds. We can like even we have backdoors. Like when we make our hand, it's super obvious. Like I'm raising a red flag, telling this guy, "Hey, look, I made it straight." So whatever, you know. Like we even have pairs of like 7s, make more sense to call there and stuff, right? So, oh, I oversized this. I didn't see it was multi-way. Nah, whatever. Playing against a fish, like I can exploit it for this too often. So. Just isoing the king jack suited. Just isoing limps pretty P60 is what range wants to do. That's what we'll do. Hopefully we hit a good turn. Don't need to even hit a good turn. The young man just said, "Here you go. I don't want to win this pot." So that was kind. Wait, I lost the tape. What happened? Keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. Do not have a single hand to show. Like I guess you can watch this nonsense down here. Like, nobody in the actual world cares about this hand, but you know it's a limp pot. Like I don't know. Better than watching no cards, I guess. I'm gonna value bet. Going to value bet. I'm trying to figure out if there's any value bets here, but it has to be for the 7. Yeah, especially because it's size. Good little big blind add on. Oop. We have kings. And I've opened 5s from the button. But back to the kings. Obvious 3-bet. This looks like this is the guy that's been mucking about a little bit. He's been telling me he's been making bluffs, but so if he 4-bets, I will flat. We'll take a second in flat. Can we give up a timing tell? Over here. Ooh, over. Dude, the 8 is so far away. Get rid. Over here, just quick 3-bet. Not really much to say. King, queen suited, just 3-bet. Hopefully get a lot of folds. People are under defending. 3-bets print in my pool. I think the number one leak you can have in these like geofence pools is just not attacking aggressively enough. People generally like pools are weaker, right? So people don't attack. I don't know why I keep doing that. People don't attack these spots well enough where you're like, oh yeah, like sure, here we go, right? Base and suited up here. We'll be waiting a second and we'll be blasting. I'm going to re-raise because actually no, I'm gonna flat. I want to play against the fish. We are totally fine with the flat here. Didn't want to play 100 ways versus the fish. Okay, that's a little bit different than what I asked for. I wanted to play against the fish. I didn't want to play 17 ways to the flop with the fish. But that's the risk you run when you just flat and stuff betting here, right? Obvious check. You know, we have backdoors, whatever. Hopefully we make them. That would be a really bad turn. I think there's an analysis of that. I'm trying to just play with the short stack guy, take advantage of his stack. We'll come over here though. We made a loose open on the button. King is very good for our range. This is going to be an overbet spot for me. And hopefully we have like the deuce of heart on the river or something. If he calls and we brick, we're gonna have to shut down the spot. We have so much value here that I think it's like a spade you might be able to bluff, I guess. But it really becomes down to the fact of like once people have narrowed their range down to an overbet, it starts becoming really difficult for you to fold that range. I know, like this is like new terminology no one's ever heard of in their life. Like when you bet super big and someone calls, they don't have absolute nonsense. But I think it's okay. Can I value bet here? What size can I value bet? Value bet small. Can we pump like an 8? Obviously, we have the worst ace here, so it's obviously thin. But oh, Andy also just has jacks. He's flatted. He flatted on the button there, right? Yeah, flatted jacks on the button. This guy is the printer. We are in a very awkward spot up here. We've flatted a 3-bet. He blasted the flop on 949, and get out of the way. We're just gonna call, and if it's a club, we'll fold. If it's a king, we'll fold. Yeah. So if he has kings or aces or a better hand than ace queen, he's gonna get a stack. There's not really any other way for me to play this. We even took the linear line of not 4-betting the ace queen offsuit. So we still ran into it. I'm not sure how he folds. I really don't know what bluffs are, but he could have worse value in king queen. Well, I think it's just gonna be aces or kings every time. Or he's gonna hit the last queen of the deck. This is the second time that's happened this session, where we've been one-outed for heaps. Ah, okay. Just keep adding to it. Just an absolute cooler. I don't know what you're gonna do. Down here against a fish, we'll go for an extra barrel. Should have enough ace-x that we just go small. Should get enough calls and be okay. Chop sucks. Hilarious though that I get stacked by ace queen and it goes ace queen, and like it feels toxic. By the way, are the 2 extra? Oh no, okay. I was gonna say, are the 2 extra tables? I'm getting slaughtered, but no. We're a couple hundred bigs on the other tables, which probably means. Is there any table I want to move? Yeah, I want to move this table so I can move in this big stack table. Here we go. Move this in here. Over here, ace king offsuit. We'll be opening. We're just be running it. Going to rejam versus the 40 big blind stack. Should be a far enough ahead of this range. And like, you could argue that now this is dead money, right? So we're just gonna jam now. This guy should get in worse hands, which is alright. I'm not really sure when you're flatting there and you're like, oh yeah, this is a really good idea, but it's okay. Oh. Okay. Good for that guy. Got a couple big blind double up. Happy for him. Cost me 6 bigs, whatever. 6 bigs to win 18. Or 70-30 favorite. Like the EV's off the charts on that one. Where do we have a hand? Where do we have it? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we base king offsuit. That's fun. It somehow went limp. It went rebang. Well, we'll have to run this since we've just rebanged this to 16. Hopefully he doesn't just have aces or kings and my session's sad and I feel sad. We would quarter here, so that's 9. We'll P40 a lot of turns. Don't want his worst A6 to fold. Don't want like jacks and stuff to fold, right? Any merit to going smaller now that we block? I think so. I know, this doesn't look like a very bluffy line, right? And we'll jam literally any river if he makes trips on the river because I let him get there, whatever, right? He has 2 outs a lot, so. And jam. If we've milked ace 10 here, we should get a stack, which is exciting. Any merit to check? No, because he's not gonna jam his ace x. The problem is that like the thing is like queen jack, jack 10 of diamonds. We're gonna just get them to fold. But I think he has ace x enough of the time. Yeah. It's a roll between check and jam. I'm just really worried he checked there and he checks back. Just checks back his ace x, right? And we just lose 60 big blinds value there. And like we also need him to bluff these combos that we're wanting him to bluff. And I don't know how often that happens. It's a good spot. We should be 40. Do I want to check turn? No. Should that much 9x. We'll go third here. If he has 9x, we lose and he got lucky on the turn. Do you get called by worse here if I jam? I would think so. 6s, 7s, 5s. Here's 9 or d6. Here's 9 or d6. Yeah. How the session's going? We ISO. We're gonna make stacks and just Joe's the two-header. All good. Really funny though, like I just keep running into these spots constantly recently. But also, like, what are you expecting to have happen differently, right? Like, if that guy was deeper, we lost him in. I think I'm gonna check this turn. I don't really think there's any value to get from like. It's not like 9-10 stuff. He's continuing on this flop. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna check this time, and it's the worst river in the deck, so we just lose to what, ace 10? Lost the min again. Honestly, the name of the game, just keep losing the min, and at some point, we won't get cooler. At some point, we won't run the last queen of the deck. He won't chew out. You know, like at some point, we'll start making these value hands, and you won't believe what's gonna happen when you make value hands. You won't believe what happens to your EV. Ridiculous. What a ridiculous thing to have happen. Okay. put this here. I've got 2 spare tables. It's fine. It's not like overwhelming or anything. Nine, 5 off 8, 9, 5 off 6. Oh, we have queens. Why has this happened to me? Nice squeeze here. I can squeeze it really wide with button small blind flat with this dead money. And if we get calls, we have decent enough hand. We can get posts. It's not like we have 9-5 offsuit, right? Unfortunately, the range that he 3-bets and then calls smashes this. But obviously this is out of line, but also this board is kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna P40 and jam. This helps me set up for jams, like a big river jam here a lot, so. Cool. Now, nice of that guy just doing it. It's 20 bigs by playing poor poker. Like, obviously we got a line there, but we're squeezing there so that he has to fold. So he has to fold there so often. You're out of position. Generally, range is weaker. Like, I don't really know how you're fist pumping the spot, you know? Is what it is. Is what it is. Go up here. We're not gonna 3-bet that queen 8 suited. Over here is fascinating. Like, I think I'm just gonna try to flop a set a bunch of fists. I did not do that, in case anyone was wondering. But you know, we tried. Oh, who cares? We've 3-bet. We can get it in over 2 streets anyway. I think I'm gonna check. Not too many bad turns. Not too many bad turns. Just the ones that make full houses. And that is why we check, ladies and gentlemen. That is why we check. Just induce this absolute nonsense. Give me my bigs. They're well deserved. I fought hard for them. Over here we have thin value betting. Young man has folded. I need to whale tag the young man that just jammed those 8s. And now the table is crashed because the whale got stacked. So let me go find a table. New table anywhere? Here we go. Boy, this guy just jamming 100 big ones over and over again. You can just give me aces, let this guy 100 big blind jam, just give me the money. Like, what is in the world? Yep, 9 open. So we can just technically move this one here, and then I'll get the rebound tables. Is that how you quantify that? Let me check the YouTube stuff. Good. 3-bet. How often does this young man 3-bet? Kind of want to overbet. 20 checks here. We're playing deep. His ace highs are in absolute hell. What do you do? Like, I think we just get so many folds here, right? Like, if you have ace jack there or something, you are just an absolute hell, and I think that's what his range is a lot when he checks. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of exploit. King's way, so here versus 35 big blind stack. Flopping top set against 30 big blind stack, we'll just check. We can always P60 and get it down river here anyway. Give him the opportunity to just blast. He's not gonna have much value here. P60, just like the idea was before. Gonna get lots of folds here. Sizing isn't particularly gonna change. 40 or 60 aren't really gonna change calling range in this spot. And this will set him up to just get blasted on river for a stack. Yeah. Pretty much like we said, it's not gonna change a thing. What are you gonna do, right? Queen nine suited will stay here. We can open this hand. Defended 3-bet from Chris. Just folded this 3-bet because there's not enough money behind to try to make hands to crack stuff. This board clearly favors small blind flat. But if we overbet, you can get ace highs to fold. This is one of the combos I would want to overbet because we have absolutely no equity. And we're trying to fold out a wide range. If he calls, we'll just completely shut this bluff down. I don't need to muck about with Queen 9 suited on 3-4. No backdoors, right? So okay, I gotta fold a couple hands, but over here we're 4-betting aces. See what happens. Young man just wants to stick it in, give me a stack. Thank you. Long tank. Maybe ace king's trying to decide if ace king 4-bets in my range. Guess the answer yes I do. Is this a Hollywood? Kind of feels like a Hollywood after you tank this long. Unfortunately, we didn't get the rest in. But is what it is. Switch over here. Holy, just click every table, and then you'll appear on it one of these times. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, we streamed like 4 times. Okay, one of these times, I'll figure out how the hotkeys work. Oh. I should like look at the keyboard, press the hotkey, and then decide the poker action. Just to cost me a crap ton of EV, so I can press that button. Oh, that's insane. Oh, good board. P60. Overbet some turns. Obviously not when we make the nuts. Just P60. I don't want a P90. I don't want to scare away. It's like 6x, right? Oh man, made a nutted hand and didn't get paid. Story of my life. Over here, we have a check off. Probably to be defending. If like my intuitive first initial thought. I want to 3-bet. Yes, I want to 3-bet the guy playing this many hands for sure. For sure. I hate this board. We'll take a second and check. Obviously be calling here a lot. We just need to take a second. Don't want to give like snap checks to fish. Snap check back indicates we're ahead here a lot. We would have expected pairs, stuff like that, to bet here. Even draws of some sort, like Jack 8, Jack 9, backdoor draws, and Queen Jack to bet here. I would assume he has worse ace X here a lot. So it should be tough for me to fold now given that range. Now, this river is really bad because you could have checked King, Queen, King, Jacks. Yeah. Just what I thought. He had ace X of some sort. The river is something. Oh crap. We just flat, right? Yeah. Yeah, we flat and flop a set against a big mega whale on my left. Big mega whale that has checked. Oh. I'm gonna call. I don't condone this, but I don't want the whale on my left to not get chips in here. We lose the queen, jacks, kings, and tens now. If this got big bets, we'll probably just have to ship it. I hope he doesn't have queen, jack. Is there a lot of 10x in this range? I should probably P40 block here if we get raised. Run away crying. Yeah, I would think this is best play. It's gonna be tough for somebody to like, for this guy to jam bluff or something, right? Cool. Didn't bet turn. That sucks. We could get piles in there on turn. Unfortunate. But we got maximum, so I'm also not going to complain at that either. I was just trying to keep the fish in, right? We have kings on here. We will be 3-betting. The action has snap folded back to the young man. I would like to leave this table to show you the fish. Cool. Right here, we are going to overbet the fish. This is a pure value spot for me, by the way. Your argument could be you get him to fold worse. This young man's playing 90% of hands. I don't think he's playing very good poker. I'm not gonna not try for max versus people that don't fold. I'm gonna wait at my sock and dig it into my goodness gracious. Can we stop doing that? Thanks. Over here, we've completed the 4-5 suited, flop bottom 2, really nice spot. There is some 3-bets here. We do mix. I'm not pure for 3-betting this. Turn couldn't get worse if it tried. No, I'm gonna fold. Legitimately, worst turn of the day. Kind of fits my 2-pair. Put the flush out there. Ridiculous stuff. This guy led on the jack turn, and then check this river, and unfortunately, this is the only way to get folds here, right? I have to overbet. Don't know if he folds jack X though. We'll see. No, just snap calls jack X, right? Oh, it's better than jack X. Yeah, so we led turn. I think I should have shut that down. I think I just have to accept the fact that nits are going to just not fold there and move on my life. Oh, good. Up here, yeah, we bet 3-bet, right? Yeah, we have 3-bet. Yeah, missed the absolute crap out of the board. If you have backdoors there, like hard X we can call, but like king queen of hearts on 5, 6, 7, no hearts, it's gonna be tough to continue when we with 3-bet. So we'll give day update because I don't have session update because it's gonna be really difficult to like filter poker graphs so that I'm only talking about the last hour and we've played more than an hour, so it's gonna be like it's gonna yell at me. So you can see some of the beatings we've taken, some nasty spots. I assume we're getting absolutely destroyed. Any hands that I have to play? Yeah. Just a couple. Just a couple. Hey, just an absolute couple. You guys can see this hand. I don't know. We're just checking all over the place. I don't know. Do my 5s hold up? Didn't think so. We were checking all over the place though. Okay. Just quickly pull this. Yeah. Can anybody see? Yeah, so we're about 600 up in poker graph today, playing 100. Pretty good. We're up about 700 before. Now we gotta start folding like crazy. You can hear all these tables yelling at me. Up. I just timed it. Ace king off. Okay. Pulls back over here. Oops. What are you gonna do? Okay, let's go zoom back into a table. Don't need to see my entire screen and all this nonsense that's going on. Tables have been so short today. Like I keep looking around like, oh yeah, I'm gonna find some new tables. Nope. Nope. Not gonna happen. Over here, we're making it loose open king 8 offsuit. Don't think we're gonna get 3-bet enough, so we can just kind of take this down. ATS, it's fine. Adding a 10th table over here, so that when action dies down, we can get the heck on out of there. Big, 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 big. Stop yelling at me. I'm fixing tables. Over here with 3-betting jacks. Against a recreational off of 50, so we're going to have to run this. That makes it easy. Young man did not want to run that. Over here, ISOing ace king suited. Back over here, we have queens. We're going to ship this with the dead money. If Mr. Waloo here. Mr. Wahoo has kings races. It sucks. This is a spot where we could jam ace king, we could jam jacks, we could get called by jacks. So we're not gonna four bet here. It gets really awkward trying to four bet with this dead money here, right? So over here we have ace king offsuit, just three betting the button. Get four bet by a good player on the button, we just jam. Not too sophisticated a spot, but we don't want to just allow these good players to run us over with four bets, right? I think I just lost the table. It's gonna give me a timer violation. No, it did. Okay. Queen jack suited. No problem. Just open this one up. Got this damn table on the way. Fantastic. Really great news. Go over here. Over here. Playing a little bit out of line. I want to play with the fish here a little bit more. So this guy limp button. We got ISO. We just played behind because we all want to play with this fish a little bit more. With these hands, I can make good hands. Over here we three bet. Whoa, where's this table at? I get a gracious. I've lost the plot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four's here. Holy. You would think I've never operated a computer in my life. This is a clear barrel. If he calls his queen X, then we would have shut it down. Pretty big net here in this spot. We don't need to. We will jam river. He really doesn't have 3s and 4s, does he? No, he doesn't. Wouldn't jam. He doesn't have 3s and 4s. I think we put him in a tough spot with his queen X. I think a lot of people call their queen X here, but yeah. Like, it's really tough to find bluffs here. That makes sense. Did I jam? Yeah. Just slam into a fish that, slam into a nit that doesn't want to put money in these spots. Just keep barreling, and hope you get the fold. it's my current strategy. Just pray you get the fold. It's a really good strategy. It's good players do it. If you don't have it in your game, it's a leak. I'm at 3-bet over here. We've turned an open ender. I don't know what's going on here. How is this guy not barreled king queen in a 3-bet pot? I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna like the micro block. What is this? I don't. Okay, this guy bluffs at any time. I lose the hand. So thank you. Over here, we put an suit under the gun, flop an open ender. Anyway, 4 ways. Everybody folded. Over here, we're gonna barrel again for some value. We can check raise or just right in the muck, but I don't think it's gonna happen very often. We obviously lose the flushers, lose the 9-10. Still think there's value that I can convince myself that there is. So we'll go big. Over here, we've been 4-bet by the guy that just 3-bet us ace-5 suited and then checked it down. So what's this guy's 3-bet range? 11%. It's respectable enough. All right. Snap, he has kings or aces, right? Do I just fold every time I have queens, or that's the 3rd time that I've ran queens and the kings or queens and aces. This pool really this nitty though. That this is like 4-bet range only is ridiculous. Over here we're 4-betting jacks. It might be, honestly. Feels like I'm torching money. Feels like I'm torching money. I don't know. And when people have 3-bet percentages are that high, it's not like they're not total nits. So I'm probably just running into it, and I'm kind of like remembering the ones we're running into it because that's how your psychology works. Like you remember the bad beats and remember the ones where you like beat someone's head in when you have kings and queens, right? So. All good. Honestly, which is super funny to think about is like still a positive session regardless of the nonsense that we ran into. I feel like this has been the last couple of sessions. We've just we ran into it over and over again. Over here with 3/7, this will be a defend. This player is respectable enough that he'll have worse 3-bets. This board's just a quick fold. There's not really much else to say. The young man is going to dominate this board, we called, because we were ahead of these hands, and now we're significantly farther behind. Really, the only hand we're ahead of King, Queen, Queen, 10. Just let it go. Don't need to make some spectacular play in this spot, right? Come back over here. Move this table up. I think I have one too many tables stacked here. Let me check. Yeah. We have picked up the ace and a king. We'll be 3-betting. I don't know if I'll be running it. Yeah, I'll be running it. I'll for sure be running it. Cold 4, that's gonna... If the cold 4 is into a fish, that will be tough for me to decide that I need to run this one. I understand EV and I understand like GTO's call or whatever, but into the cold 4, it's not all in jam. Not all in jam is always aces, isn't it? Not all in jam is that's something. Ooh, we have free rolling. I don't know why you would not all in jam actually look super strong there from a wreck. Holy cow, man. Probably a little bit. Honestly, it probably is a bad jam. We're probably lucky to be chopping. We'll check. Good board to bluff. I mean, yeah, good turn to bluff. Good board. It'll be a good turn to bluff. We have all the ace X here that we check back. And, oh, we should get let into for funny or something. We've 3-bet ace king suited, the button flatted behind, and then again it's just forced to call. This is getting the right price. We will long think about this one and check. Probably even fold with no backdoors. Like I wouldn't expect this guy to start barreling, let's say ace jack or something, right? Mainly going to be pairs, mainly going to be flush draws. Yeah, and to the side, I'll snap fold. That isn't even a decision point. I mean, like, right, you have to think about, like, what does this range start becoming when people back flat here? And then under the gun also calls. It's like, we're never in a good spot. In the logical breakdown of the spot. We're going to stay here. I don't have any tables. I just want to prove a point that this guy has jack too. Yeah. There's 2 10s in the deck, and they just bank. Fantastic. That guy flatted ace 10 offsuit behind me. But like I said, we're never in good shape there. We're drawing to 3 outs. We go well. It's just a good fold, just good recognition, it's good discipline. Ridiculous call from our opponent. That was rewarded, but not really anything else I'm going to do about it. Right here, I'm playing pancakes in a 3-bet pot. And over here, I'm also playing pancakes in a 3-bet pot. Goodness, we have some action, don't we? This is gonna be a P40 for me. We've talked about this range spot before. Like I've been P40 in these spots. Keep people's ranges wide. We have nutted hands. We have bluffs here, and we're about setting himself to blast. I eat a lot of rivers. If he has made Queen 10 on the river, he gets my money. If he has turn jacks, he gets my money. If he flop fives, he gets my money. Other than that, we get his money. What do you long think about this? I think he has a lot of ace king here. And I think he's trying to convince himself to fold ace king. Let's see. How is my read? You want to try to guess the suits? Let's say ace of diamonds, king of spades. Let's see. I mean, it'd be so cool. Ace of diamonds, king of spades. He just flops it over here after this long thing, trying to convince himself he should fold. Unfortunate. Would have loved to get paid there. But we're fine. Over here really quick. I'll show you really quick. Ooh, we just triple barrel. Bop, 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 bop. Make 35 big blinds. 6 queen ace jack. Heal the pair. Out of pair. Bop, bop, bop. Great. Fantastic. The young man we played the ace king hand against a little bit nittier, so he's gonna overfold those spots. He's really scared when money gets in. So if you're jamming into him, you're gonna want to have a good hand. Or I guess not actually. You're gonna want to have like, it's kind of like a whirlwind. Like you can make him fold top pairs. Um, but if you're like you want to go smaller on these turns and stuff because he's gonna fold out so much the big sizes. I've seen the young man flat jacks in the cutoff when under the gun opens. Like if jacks is in your 3-bet range, what's in your 3-bet range? Okay, let's go over here. Flop an open ender. P40. We're multi-way here. We've opened, so. She get Jack X to fold. Obviously, we get Deuce X to fold, so we're gonna overbet. We get rejammed on, we get equity tonight, but we only get rejammed on by really nutted hands, so. If we calls with Jack X, we have 3 11 outs. Calls with King X, we have 8. Fantastic. I think I'm going to ship this river. This looks like a bluff a lot of the time from me. Don't even really think about it here too much. And just ship it. This is a line I could easily take with a bluff. Makes it incredibly difficult for my opponent to find calls in this spot. And this one time we have nuts, so. We're going to overbet the turn, and it allows us to overbet river. And we print. Thank you. Fantastic play. Calling with a jack there is incredibly loose. And we punish. Love that. Fantastic. We were going to ship rivers, and he was going to be in hell. Fantastic. Really good play. We get the stack there. Obviously, the ace river is a 3-hitter. That's like very good for us. But at the same time, like let's say the river's like the 8 of hearts, we're just gonna ship it and he folds anyway, right? So there's so many good rivers that we're just gonna make that exact same play with where we don't make the nuts and we just print. The idea is we're setting up the overbet again, and we're obviously very happy that that we made it. I think in the same merit, we've been let into here in the 3-bet pot. We will call, and hopefully we understand. I think in the same token though, if we hit a 9, like we get to call as well. So like, it's not some like super sophisticated anything, right? I'm gonna check back turn if he checks. I think the young man is absolute nonsense. I kind of wanted to blast when we have top pair. Obviously, if we check back and he makes his 4-liner or whatever, we're not very happy. But whatever, right? Like, these are the risks you take trying to lay the traps in these spots versus fish, and sometimes it's not gonna go very well. And we'll just raise the rest, right? There's nothing else to do here. We had top in another table. The guy made a flush, and we lost 35 bigs. Didn't have time to come and show you guys we're playing this super interesting spot. And did this really as action called? I fold it, okay. The as action calls, I had a table just flop on top there. That's absolute horse shite. Whatever. Bet check. Made us extra 11 bigs. Obviously, if he gets there with his 5%, 10% equity or whatever, could also be dead though, right? So. Just don't want to like overinflate. We just want to allow people to make mistakes in these spots. Over here, we have a 3-bet by 8. Not a very big 3-bet from a fairly active player. So we'll see if we can flop set. Board's good enough that we can call. Unless he goes like P75, then I will make the exploit and fold because people are not P75ing their range enough. Half pot. Don't really love that either. Would have just loved a standard 33% C-bet. But we will call. 3 barrels twice. It's going to be a fold. Difficult for me to sit here and decide that in 3-bet pots he's going to blast A6 here a lot. So I think we're just going to let it go. Half pot from a fish. More indicative that they have value. If they have ace king here, I think they kind of freak out on the turn and check. So up here I have 3-bet. Where's this table at? Up here I have 3-bet, and this guy's let into me for 13 bigs. We'll just call. I probably has a queen. It's unfortunate. He has absolute crapola, which is cool. He's got a gutter. But I guess if you're gonna call a 3-bet off 20, you're just gonna run it when he gets the flop anyway. I don't know why you wouldn't check and let me. What do you expect me to? I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's generating folds from A6 or something. No, running it once and I lose. Cool. Oh. And then cash out. You just give the website money too. Cool. That's not fun. Alright, move queens down here. We will wait for this to go around. We are playing 2 eggs, 2 fish, and the biggest fish right here. So this is weird. Was this like 7s? What a weird flat from him. I guess he's trying to play with the fish here, which makes sense. But I'm not trying to let 4 people in while I have queens. Like I'm widening my small bet fighting range for sure, and my button range to try to play with this guy. But I'm not like not going out of my way to like make these pots unbearable and really difficult for me to play. Check back here. We don't accomplish anything by betting, so my nose is running. This sucks. We will call. Ace should bet a flop here a lot. We should be ahead a decent amount. I don't really know where bluffs come from in this spot, so I really badly want to fold. I think it's just like delayed. It's like ace 10 a lot. It is half pot though. Okay. If he went bigger, I would have folded, so maybe good size from opponent here. Yeah, read's perfect. Read is perfect in that spot, but I just couldn't make the discipline enough fold. Read is perfect. It's ace-x that he doesn't know what to do and he's uncomfortable. Perfect read. Just gave him the money anyway. That's the definition of playing good poker. Over here, just some value betting. Not really anything else to do in this spot. Like, I don't know. What are you gonna like sit here and be like, oh yeah, here we go, trying to make some sophisticated play or something? Nope. So over here, we've rivered the nuts. I'm just gonna block bet. Wait, second nuts, I guess. He's gonna check back so often. Also, he made ace queen, which is so tough. But he's gonna check back so often that we need to get value. Fantastic. I don't know what this call is. Wait, he called that, right? I'm not going crazy. He can't call it the block bet. Oh no, I folded. I was like, that is an interesting call. Over here, we have 10 suited. We'll be opening this. What is 6-man break battling on this table? This is ridiculous. That's nonsensical. Okay. Over here, we flatted 9s to a 4-bet. 10 is. Hey, that's some. Wouldn't a 10 be some? You just get stacked here. Good size for my opponent. Opponent's a good player. We're playing really deep, so we flat some of these hands. We will obviously fold to the double barrel. Don't need to get super out of line here. So I know it's 4-bet pot. I know we're playing deeper, so like we need to defend some of these 4-bets because 4-bet should ranges should become wider when you're 4-bet deep and you get a stack people. Blah 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 blah. This looks like such value. I don't know why he would size like that. That's like that screams value to anybody that has eyes. It's kind of interesting, I'll tell you that. Where we 3-bet the old ace 4 suited. Unfortunately, this guy's short stack. We're gonna get like an awkward spot here a lot, but board is. So we call and then full turn probably. Snap check. Boy, doesn't that just scream strength to you when someone snap checks here? And there's no reason to bluff here. But boy, it screams strength. Half pot. Do they ever fold Jack X to a jam? Block 5X. This is such a punt, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Yeah, they don't ever fold Jack X. They just fish, and I tried to make a fish fold. Just stop there, oopie, use 3-bet. Yeah, just honestly, number one mistake I made during this night session was getting creative against fish. Because that's never a bluff in a million years when I'm rejamming there. But the issue is you need villain to recognize that that it is never a bluff, right? If they don't ever know, they just call the king jack and they're like, yeah, look at me, like I'm the best, right? So. Over here, defending queen 9 suited to 3-bet, and the board is trash, so we're just gonna fold as quickly as humanly possible. It's really funny. At 50, I've tried a couple plays that just like landed straight on my face. That like objectively, they're probably not good. But also, we made a couple plays that have worked. I can't be like, oh yeah, look at these ones where I got called. The guy just looked stupid dumb. That's the call. Is there any raise here? Yes. Actually, this isn't a play. Actually, this is just kind of just words. You get a size to fold backdoor equities, right? To the table to the side of it, we're going to barrel, and if I'm not gonna bluff queen high, 50% VPIP. This run is terrible. Man, we have so many rivers that we make money on. Oh, what do you gotta do that to me for, man? I feel like we're missing a lot of spots as of late. Doesn't feel good. Just keep battling there. We get 4-bet off a short stack. We'll just let it go. Honestly, I think I'm gonna end stream early. It's been 2 hours. Not that early. P60 and turn's gonna be hell because he's gonna be short stacked when we P60. It's gonna be like he's not gonna be incentivized to fold much. Wish I've been doing this all day. And they just have it every time. I'm gonna make this one lay down and log out. I'm going to make the right play. I mean, it's not the right play. Oh, come on, I guess. I would have c-bet here anyway, so it's the same interaction, just him as the aggressor. Yeah, they just lead their good hands, right? It's kind of ridiculous. All right, let's give a session update, and I'll be on my merry way. It's kind of annoying how many times we ran into it, but we stayed even keeled. It was like a pretty big losing session. Yeah, we got a crap load, didn't we? Jeez. Not much else we can do. Thought we played well in a lot of spots. We tried 2 bluffs that didn't work. But yeah, we're down to 540 on the day. We peaked 770, so yeah, it does feel like a little bit, but we were down 300 in the morning, so a little bit all over the place. Felt like we